2019 Hong Kong anti-extradition bill protests. June 21 anti-police protest. After Carrie Lam apologized but refused to directly respond to the demands of the protesters, a loose association of university-associated protest groups, officially known as the Students' Unions of Higher Institutions, reiterated its four main demands of Lam: withdraw the extradition bill completely and permanently, retract the government's statement defining the violence on June 12 as a riot, drop all charges against protesters, establish an independent commission to investigate claims of police brutality. They set out a deadline at 5 p.m. on 20th June and vowed to escalate their actions if Lam failed to respond. Not receiving any response from the government, protests were called on 21st June. In the morning, protesters gathered outside the government headquarters and quickly blocked the traffic on Harcourt Road soon after 11 a.m. Some of the protesters also marched to the Hong Kong police headquarters in Wan Chai as Demosisto activist Joshua Wong, who was released from prison only few days ago over his leadership of the 2014 Occupy protests, urged the crowd to surround the complex. Dozens of protesters also staged a sit-in to the Revenue Tower nearby. Thousands of protesters chanted Stephen Low, Come Out and John Lee, Dialogue, as well as Release the Righteous, Retract, and Shame on Police Thugs as crowds swelled in Arsenal Street. Protesters blocked the police headquarters exits, threw eggs at the compound, drew graffiti on the walls, covered closed-circuit television cameras with tape, splashed oil on officers and targeted laser beams at police officers' eyes. The police took no action to disperse the thousands of protesters. The police sought medical attention and called a total of 5 ambulances at 9:33 p.m. and claimed that the medical treatment were delayed due to the blockade by the protesters. After the arrival, the medics has waited for tens of minutes in front of the gate of the police headquarters for the police to unlock it. The siege ended peacefully after 15 hours at 2:40 a.m. as most of the protesters had left and the staff and officers trapped in the building began coming out of a back entrance to board waiting coaches. Several hundreds pro-Beijing supporters gathered in Chater Garden in Central on 22nd June to show support for the police. Pro-Beijing legislator Priscilla Leung and pro-police campaigner Letitia Lee, along with other pro-Beijing figures, organized the rally under the banner Support Hong Kong Police Force, Blessing to Hong Kong.